Hi, Gemini. Happy birthday. This is Melanie, and I am Moonspell Tarot. I'm going to be doing your reading for the month of June 2019. Thank you so much for watching my videos and subscribing to my channel. I am so incredibly grateful for all of the support that I've been receiving. If you would like a private reading, the information will be in the description box below. And for those of you who are new, the way that I connect with the cards is by doing a meditation prior to your reading. So when I was doing the meditation today, I didn't really see anything. What I did was I felt like a real heavy kind of frustration feeling. And then when I was pre-shuffling the cards, a couple of cards I kept getting glimpses of them when I was shuffling. One was the Devil, one was the Hierophant, and one was the Two of Pentacles. And this made me have the feeling of like maybe you have a choice to make, and maybe it involves something that you feel like tied down by, or something that's maybe controlling your life. So anyway, let's go ahead and dive in with the tarot and see what they have to add to this. Today I'm going to use the Spellcaster's Tarot. So in the center of the reading you have the King of Swords. And your thoughts position is the Moon. To you now is the Three of Swords. In the past, the Ten of Swords. You have a lot of swords. So you probably have been in your head a lot about something. Keep in mind that these are general readings, and sometimes not everything will resonate with everybody, so just take what resonates with you and leave the rest for someone else. So in the challenge for the present, you have the Ten of Pentacles. The advice is the Six of Wands. In the challenge for the future, you have the Knight of Pentacles. And the advice is the King of Wands. And the outcome is the Ten of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Wands. So let me just tune in here and have a look for just a second. So I feel like, so the center of the reading is the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is somebody who is not an emotional person. So this could represent an older male figure in your life, or this could represent the energy of like an older, more mature adult person. It doesn't have to be a male or female. But it could represent an older adult male who is very kind of strict and like whatever they say goes, and they kind of like rule over you, and and don't really consider your feelings, or the King of Swords doesn't really even consider his own feelings. He is all about the thinking mind and not really in tune with his emotions. So this is the center of the reading, and so this is the central issue at hand. And I feel like you're trying to avoid your emotions by kind of being like, no, I'm not gonna even go there. I'm just gonna be matter of fact about something, and that's it. So in the thoughts position is the Moon card, and the Moon card is a major arcana, and what I'm seeing is these animals here are, it's like they have to get through these pillars to go on a journey down this road. So you have some road to go down, and I feel like you maybe, this is a sign that you need to follow your intuition, but also you may not be able to see things clearly right now. You may be confused or like living in some kind of like illusion. So this is in the thoughts position. So you may not be thinking clearly at the moment about the situation at hand. Like in the you now position is the Three of Swords, and this card represents like a broken heart. Somebody's like stabbed you in your heart, and not just once, maybe multiple times. They've made sure that they really did a good job on you, and your heart is kind of like not in a very good place right now. And you're kind of like, I don't know, maybe refusing to acknowledge your feelings about it. I feel like that's the message of these three cards right now. You're kind of like living in an illusion, refusing to like acknowledge how you feel because it maybe hurts too much. So in the past, this is another heartbreak card, or it could be a heartbreak card. You feel like in the past you've really been stabbed in the back by somebody. And kind of like just left there to like die. So I feel like these two cards are connected, and this is kind of like about the same thing. And even though this happened in the past, it's carrying over to the present moment. So this must be about a relationship, maybe a marriage, maybe somebody that you had hopes for a good future with. You see there's like children in the background here. They have a nice house, a nice walkway. They've got like there's like an elderly person here. She's got her basket full of food. They're like looking at each other with like adoration. But this is in the challenge position. And so also this is a 10. And 10s are the end of cycles. So I feel like, again, this broken heart also has to do with this challenge here. So the advice is the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands is a card of victory. In this deck, it looks to me like the lady in this deck, I'm sorry, in this depiction is like raising up above everything that's been going on. Like, it looks like these people are kind of like, I don't know, like not like attacking her, but maybe being kind of like accusatory. That's kind of like the feel that I get from it. And she's like, you know what, I'm not going to deal with this. I'm just going to like rise above it. So that's what I feel like the advice is, to rise above your broken heart. And you know, rising above your broken heart doesn't mean not acknowledging your feelings. When you ignore your feelings and don't acknowledge them, like this king is doing, and only like having your thinking mind working, if you don't acknowledge your feelings, then they're just going to keep staying there. Rather than just ignoring them, I think that it's a good idea for you to acknowledge it and accept it. Accept it, and then you'll be able to rise above it. So the challenge for the future is the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so the Knight of Pentacles, he's a knight, right? So he's like a warrior. This is a young energy. The depiction in this deck, he's like, okay, so he's a warrior, right? He's going off to war. He doesn't really have a weapon. He's got this flag, right? And then he's got the shield, right? And then he's riding on a squirrel. So I feel like, so he's going off to war, but he's not very prepared. You know, he's kind of like, I don't know, he's kind of like, just kind of like young and like not, I don't know, maybe just not prepared for the battle that he's about to take on, even though he's like in it, you know. Also, the Knight of Pentacles, even though it's a knight, it's very slow moving energy. Like you can see this squirrel that he's riding on, it's not really moving, it's just kind of sitting here. So it may be a message of stagnation. Oops. The advice, these are totally different. The advice is the King of Wands, and the King of Wands is an energy of movement, pure energy, creativity, life. Like you see, he's got this stick here, and it's got like some new life on it. It's got some new leaves on it, and he is like in control. So I feel like the message is to maybe take action and breathe some new life into your situation, into yourself. And the outcome is the Ten of Wands. And this is an energy of, you know, this person has way too many wands to carry. Like he can't even see where he's going. It's like these wands are like blocking everything, which is another thing here, right? The moon card signifies like illusion, not being able to see clearly. So this is the same like energy. And so I feel like the message is for you to maybe drop some of these responsibilities, or drop some of these things that are like weighing you down, and that are just like this burden that's too heavy for you to carry by yourself. Like, let some of that shit go, man. It's too much, obviously. Like, he can't even, like, walk. He's, like, stumbling all over himself. So, so I feel like the message of this reading, so this is on the bottom of the deck, and this is the Ace of Wands. This is the same wand here, okay? You see it's got the new growth. It's got new growth here, a little bit more. The sun is coming out, right? Even though it's cloudy, but the sun is coming out. So this is coming. A new beginning for you is on offer, but it may take it a little while to get here. And for right now, you're going through something. You're going through a heartbreak. You're going through feeling stabbed in the back, a relationship that's not working out the way you had envisioned it. You're feeling disillusioned with the situation. You just want to like rise above it and not even like look at it. You feel stagnant in your life, but you need, you feel overwhelmed, but you need to remember that a new beginning is coming. And acknowledge your pain so that when the new beginning does get here to you, you'll be able to step into it. Because if you don't acknowledge it and you turn away from it, like the King of Wands, and like, look how bitter this man is. Look at this face. That is a bitter face. So if you don't acknowledge your pain, this pain that you have with this broken heart, then it's just going to stay there. You have to acknowledge it. Give yourself some self-compassion, some self-love, and just allow it to be there. So I want to pull an oracle card. This is my brand new oracle deck. This is the Roots and Wings oracle deck by Kat Riles. And this was a Mother's Day gift from my daughter. And it's amazing. So I want to pull an oracle card for you. Please, Oracle, what is the advice for Gemini? Please, Oracle, give us one card. What is the advice for Gemini for the month of June 2019? Seasons. So that's all it is. This is just maybe the season of winter. As you have some cards here that have snow, right? These are like snowy and cold pictures. They're all, kind of like feeling like out in the cold. But this is a season, right? And the seasons never stop turning, and they're going to keep going around and around until you get to a warm season again. Okay, so that's your reading, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry that you're having such a hard time right now. But, try to feel into your feelings and just let them be so that you can, deal with them and then hopefully move on from this. So I hope you have a really good birthday month and enjoy the start of the summer, and I will see you next month. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Bye.